Good afternoon and thanks for watching. I'm Jurnee Taylor. A busy Monday here in Central Arkansas. Here's what we're following today. 2 people are dead and 5 others are hurt after 2 late-night shootings on Asher Avenue. The latest from Little Rock Police. Plus, people in western Mississippi are still assessing the damage left behind by Friday's powerful tornado. More on the work being done there. And get ready to pay more to make your yard look good. We're taking a closer look at the impact inflation is having on lawn care. But let me just say this, good morning. Well, it's not morning, it's good afternoon, Nathan. It's 12 o'clock on the dot. If you want to get out and mow your lawn, today is the perfect day. A little cooler than yesterday, but still beautiful, Nathan. Good afternoon, Jurnee. I need to go out and mow my yard because the chickweed is starting to take things over. I'll probably have to do it this weekend, but yes, you want to get outside and get some chores done. This is a great day to do it. A little bit cooler than yesterday, but still very pleasant. Temperatures are into the 50s and 60s across the state. We got some high clouds over into Oklahoma. We'll hang on to plenty of sunshine throughout the rest of the day. Temperatures topping out into the upper 60s to lower 70s, so a nice day to open up the windows. Let some of that fresh air come in and air out the house. Looking ahead, though, here are the rain chances for the next 5 days. There's a small chance of a shower in South Arkansas tonight, but then those chances of showers and storms really starts to ramp up to close out the work week. Friday, I've got my eye on it because we do have the potential we could see some strong to severe thunderstorms once again. This would be like the 9th consecutive week since the 2nd week of February that we do have the threat of severe weather. I'll have more on that potential timing and I'll let you know what to expect for the new weekend coming up. We're following breaking news this afternoon. Police are at the scene of a shooting at a private school in Nashville. Officers responded to reports of an active shooter at the Covenant School this morning. Our CBS affiliate there is reporting that 3 children are dead, as well as the shooter. We're still working to learn more, and we will bring you the very latest here online and on air. This afternoon, we're waiting to hear from Little Rock Police about last night's deadly shootings on Asher Avenue. Officials are expected to share more information at a press conference, and that will be at 12:30 here in about less than 30 minutes. We will be able to watch that on THV11.com. But here's what we do know right now. The first happened just before 9:30 near Asher and University. Police tell us 2 people were shot at that location, but no one died. However, moments later, several others were shot on Asher Avenue and Adams Street. 2 of those victims died. In total, 7 people were shot between the 2 locations, which are just a few blocks apart. Police are now working to determine if the 2 incidents are connected. Again, today's press conference is set for 12:30, and you can watch it on THV11.com. The investigation into a double homicide in Pine Bluff continues as police arrest 1 of 3 suspects. Quentin Lowe was arrested in Maumelle and returned to Pine Bluff over the weekend. He's accused of killing 2 people at the Sunset Village Apartments on March 7th. Smith now faces several charges, including 2 counts of capital murder and first-degree battery. Meanwhile, police are still looking for these 2 on your screen. That is 17-year-old Deshaun Cobbs and 20-year-old Keenan Smith in connection to that double homicide. If you see them or know where they may be, call Pine Bluff Police. Now to Northwest Arkansas, where police are searching for a suspect in a deadly armed robbery. Police say it happened at a convenience store in Pine Bluff last Friday night. That is Fort Smith, rather, late Friday night. Close friends of the victim, 28-year-old Chanel Moore, say she was a clerk at the store. They say the mother of 4 always had a positive attitude and was working to support her family.
She didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve that at all. She was so young. She still had so much life. And then all I could think about is her babies. Like, they got to grow up without a mom. That Chanel, like, she smiled a lot. You could never really catch her mad. None of that. Like, she loved to smile.
Family members of Moore have started a GoFundMe page to help with her kids. You can find a link to that right now on THV11.com. Communities in Mississippi are reeling from a massive tornado that ripped through the region Friday night, killing at least 26 people and injuring dozens more. The National Weather Service says the tornado was an EF4 with wind speeds up to 170 miles an hour. Then the severe weather struck Georgia on Sunday. Kristen Benavidez reports from Rolling Fork, Mississippi.
Georgia got hit Sunday with the same storm system that slammed parts of Mississippi and Alabama on Friday. Large hailstones pounded residents in East Point, not far from Atlanta, while further south, heavy rain caused flooding in the town of Thomaston. In LaGrange, residents are assessing the damage and beginning to clean up after tornadoes tore through yesterday. Authorities say 30 to 40 homes were completely destroyed in Troup County alone.
This is the first time in a while we've had this much structural damage from a tornado.
In Mississippi, destruction from Friday's deadly twister stretches for over 150 miles. Rolling Fork, a town of roughly 2,000 people, is mostly flattened.
And when we got out, it was chaos.
Restaurant owner Tracy Harden rode out the storm in a walk-in refrigerator.
And you just hear screaming of this one's name and that one's name, and these are people you know, and you know they were home, and you don't know where they are.
With so much devastation here in Rolling Fork, FEMA teams are already on the ground and promising to stay as long as needed.
Housing is going to be our biggest issue, and we are going to work with the governor and his team to make sure that we are finding creative solutions to help this community.
Volunteers from neighboring states are helping with food, water, and supplies.
I knew that there was going to be help needed, so I got in and drove here.
Mississippi has opened more than half a dozen shelters for storm victims, many who lost everything. Cristian Benavides, CBS News, Rolling Fork, Mississippi.
Yesterday, President Biden approved a disaster declaration authorizing federal funding for some of the state's hardest hit counties. In other news, Israel is in turmoil amid growing protests against Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's plan to overhaul the country's justice system. For 10 weeks, Israelis have taken to the streets, angry over legislation that would give Israel's parliament more control over its courts, allowing it to, among other things, override Supreme Court decisions. Critics argue that the move would strike a major blow to Israel's system of checks and balances, but there are reports that Netanyahu may reconsider the plan as pressure builds on him and his government. The grand jury investigating former President Donald Trump for allegedly falsifying records related to the 2016 hush money payments is expected to meet again this week. Over the weekend, the former president falsely claimed that the Manhattan DA had dropped the case against him. Trump, who is currently running again for the nation's highest office, held a campaign rally Saturday in Texas where he signaled support for those who violently stormed the Capitol after his 2020 election loss. And Taylor Swift fans are in court today with their first hearing in their lawsuit against Ticketmaster. More than 24 Swifties filed a class action lawsuit over botched ticket sales. Fans say they will be holding a rally today to coincide with the hearing in LA. This week, Arkansas's Education Secretary is expected to address one of the most divisive issues in the governor's education overhaul. Secretary Jacob Oliva will speak at a virtual town hall on Wednesday, focused on the new school choice voucher plan. It's called the Arkansas Children's Educational Freedom Account Program. It's part of the LEARNS Act, signed into law earlier this month. Registration for the town hall on Wednesday is required, and we have a link to that on thv11.com. Daytime's top-rated drama is celebrating a major milestone, while The Young and the Restless has kept generations of viewers glued to their TV screens. Coming up, plus looking to cut costs while cutting the grass. Think again. After the break, we're talking about inflation and lawn care. Nathan, what are you talking about over there?
Well, it's a beautiful weekend, Jurnee, but things will start to change once again as we get into the latter part of the work week. We're watching out for potential more strong, possibly severe thunderstorms. I'll have more of those details and your numbers, what you can expect temperature-wise through the work week coming up.